that he has brought as well for you.
Perfect.
Okay, thanks, Kurt.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for yourself. Yeah, so Kurt DeLawrence, Saskatoon Fire. I'm just going to talk, kind of give you an overview, I guess, of what our department does. And then if there's any questions, by all means ask. I'm more of a Q&A type learner, so that's the way I learn best, right? So Saskatoon Fire, we operate out of 9 fire stations placed strategically throughout our city. We have staff there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we respond to any emergency where people need help, right? That's the easiest kind of way to describe that, the services we provide, right? We people help. So definitely fire, right? That's big clues on my coat. It says fire, and it says on the back. But we also do a lot of emergency response. So think of like car accidents. A big part of our job is medical response, right? So we assist Medivine, the ambulance service here in Saskatoon, with a lot of emergencies they might respond to. We do all the water rescue, all the tech rescue. So think of like somebody stuck on the side of a building, or somebody falls down a deep hole, maybe like building collapse. We do anything hazardous material, right? So think of the trains that go through our city, semis, and then touching on, I guess you can sort of label the hazardous material like needle pickups, right? So that would be another service we provide. But we only pick needles up, FYI, on public property, right? So anywhere needles are found, then we send out a unit and we'll go pick those up and dispose of them, right? But like it was touched on, definitely if there's a container that you do have, you can put them in a puncture-proof container and dispose of them at one of the fire stations. We have all those yellow needle disposal boxes at every fire station in Saskatoon, so you can dispose of them in there. Right? So, other than that, like I said, we're taxpayer-based, right? So we're not a fee-for-service. If there's an alarm that's going off in your building, right? For the most part, we're not connected to those, right? So we don't know about them. So it is important to phone 911 or phone the fire department, and we can respond, right? So a lot of the emergencies that we do go to, it is important to let us know before we go. So we've had buildings where the alarm has been going off for an hour. Well, we're not connected to your alarm system, so we don't know, right? We can come into your building and reset the alarm panel, right? So the sooner you notify us, the sooner we can go. Yeah, and then the partnerships that we have within the city, whether it's with the school divisions or community groups or different partnerships with police. Community helping is the biggest part, in public education, I guess, just letting people know what we do and the services we provide, right? So again, I have like 22 years of knowledge in here. I forgot about probably 22 and a half years of it already, right? So I'm always learning every day, right? Kind of remembering what we do and things like that. Yeah. So any questions? Perfect. Awesome. So I did bring a bunch of different information with me today. I brought the fire safety tips that we go and promote, information on smoke alarms and carbon monoxide alarms and things like that. There's free things that I brought, pencils, pens to sort of remind you. The biggest thing that we push all the time is knowing, fire alarm systems, smoke alarms, escape plans, and things like that. The importance of notifying us is one of our key tips that we like to promote, because again, we don't know a lot of times when there's an emergency in our city. And then with our 9 fire stations located throughout the city, we have a 4-minute response time max, right? So if we don't know about it within you know, when we're not there in 5 minutes because we don't know about it, right? So just letting us know, depending on any type of people, helper, emergencies, not just fires.
You brought some beautiful prizes. A lovely mug, a nice notebook. This is really a nice one. I want it. But I'm
That
gonna
is
keep
nice.
it. and is this a cup of mug thing?
A thermal mug, yes.
Thermal mug. Okay. So I've got a question, but then you might come up with two more.
Okay.
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 When he said that they won't pick up needles on public property, or sorry, only on public property, not on private property. If you saw a needle right out the doorstep of your apartment, is that public or is that private property?
Right. Public.
It's public. Okay, it would be private property. If it's on the other side of the sidewalk or on the sidewalk, then that's public. Right? Okay. So who had that? I think it's you, Jane. Kurt, any questions you have for people?
So
I have a question.
Yes.
If it's close to a garbage, like when I take my garbage out to those bins and it's by the garbage can, private or public?
is it back alley? Back alley is considered public, right? So we would go, right? I know there's a lot of like little indents and everything along the back alley, but back alley.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those
Okay.
code green calls. We wouldn't come lights and sirens by any means, right? So if we go and then we get an emergency call, we might be detoured, right? So we'd eventually go. As long as you notify the exact location, then you don't need to stick around.
If we find needles outside our building, what are we supposed to do with them? Throw them in the garbage?
Put them in a puncture-proof container, right? So
Okay.
yeah, use tongs or needle nose pliers.
Yeah.
Put them in a puncture-proof. Yeah.
Or you can call us too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you know you can call your building
Yeah.
manager.
Scary sometimes.
Yeah.
Building maintenance will look after that.
Yeah, well, I think they do sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it out a fair bit. Okay, I just want to know, like, put up your hand.